What's going on, guys? Gabriel Santos here from gfsantos.com. And in today's video, I want to share with you what life is like without weed. And it's a little bit of a clickbaity title. And to be more specific, what life is like for me now that I don't smoke weed every day and that it's not the center of my life. I still smoke weed about a handful of times a month. But by and large, my life is nowhere what it looked like a year ago, especially the last 8 years in terms of weed. And so, if you're watching this, my assumption is that you probably smoke weed every day, and you're likely someone who is curious to know, what is it like, that journey of changing your life in regards to weed use and what to expect. So, when I was smoking every day, my agenda consisted mainly of getting high, and I had things to do, but by and large, my life centered around being stoned. How I spent my money, how I spent my time, who I hung out with, what I did and didn't do with my life was based on my ability to get stoned. And if you know me, you might be surprised at that, but under the surface, that's how my mind was working. um, you know and I spent a lot of my time alone. I hardly had any relationships, maybe a handful that I even cared about or demonstrated that I cared about. Eating a lot of junk food, a lot of sleeping, a lot of sitting down, and I still sit down a lot, but just a lack of movement in general, a lack of movement physically, and a lack of movement in the different areas of my life in terms of progress. Nowadays, okay, let me give you like a sample day. So, the night before, I'll probably have smoked like 3 to 4 bowls, and I'll pass out around 2 a.m. Just like so exhausted and just like coming down off of weed. Probably ate like a half a bag of chips and maybe a soda. And then no set time to wake up. Waking up around, I don't know, anywhere from probably like 10 to noon. First thing I'm doing is probably getting stoned. And mind you, not every day in the last 8 years was like that, but like I'm talking about at the worst of it, okay? So I'm getting up around noon, smoking weed, um, just kind of meandering throughout the day, meaning like just kind of doing whatever. Watching TV, playing video games, definitely a lot of video games, lots of YouTube, um, social media, and then smoking another bowl in another couple hours, maybe 2 bowls, having fun again, watching TV, YouTube, video games. Um, then and obviously mixed in there, I saw my family and I did all that stuff, and I had minimal obligations, ate some food, all that, but my life revolved around weed, okay? And mind you, again, that's at the worst of it. Nowadays, when I made the switch, and I really, really, really did make the switch, what my days look like today is I'm getting up anywhere from 4:30 a.m. At the latest 8 a.m. Usually by 7 a.m. I'm up, but usually even before that I'm up. And in the day, at some point, I'm doing a workout of the day, which is usually a 20 to 40-minute cardio workout, hit cardio workout. Having breakfast at some point, usually something fairly healthy, some mixture of eggs or maybe oatmeal. Lately, I've been having avocado. I typically have an Herbalife protein shake, which is like like cookies and cream flavored with some milk. Might have this herbal tea, and then I'll usually have 3 to 4 main things on the agenda that day. I'm typically coaching 1 to 2 clients. I'm making a video on YouTube. I'm writing a blog, sharing stuff on social media. And again, my life's not perfect. Like I still do a number of just like resting and watching TV. I still watch YouTube videos, still play games on my phone. But my life by and large centers around my making sure I'm in good physical condition, maintaining my health, and then serving my clients and serving people through the various platforms, whether it's YouTube or blogging or Facebook or whatever. And then just taking care of tasks that any other person would need to take care of, getting a haircut, showering, obviously. I know this is a little like way detailed, but cleaning things around the house, restructuring things, and I'm often interacting with up to I'm interacting with 3 to 6 people per day, like on a serious level, whether it's coaching or a business meeting or masterminds. And I might exercise a second time in the day. So yeah. Main difference being before not a lot of movement, and nowadays lots and tons of movement, both physically, like literally moving, and also metaphorically, like different areas of my life are moving. Um, Typically, when I'm smoking weed every day, I'm getting fatter. Nowadays, I'm getting more muscle and losing body fat. Typically, with weed, I'm either alone or not tending to any relationships. Nowadays, I'm tending to relationships and making more relationships. I'm very connected to myself and my emotions. I handle stress in various ways. So, what's the point of this video? The point of this video is to really show you through example, through story, rather, that, my life looks very, very different, and I'm very, very happy. And that instead of letting weed and being stoned be my main way of getting happiness, I create happiness by, accomplishing goals and having a purpose that fulfills me on a deep level other than getting stoned. Tending to relationships and caring about other people, caring about myself through the way I eat and the way that I exercise. And overall, just, getting more out of life and getting more value and joy and fulfillment out of life than just being stoned. And being stoned is not bad. It's not wrong. It's just that there's so much more to life. And what I want to let you guys know, if you are someone who smokes a lot and that seems to be pretty much the only thing that you do that makes you like happy, I get it. And my sincere hope for you is that you whatever reason why you go to weed instead of expanding in life, that you find the groundedness and the solitude to go without weed for a little bit, and to find other ways in life to seek whatever it is that weed gives you. And if anything, to find more things in life other than weed that give you a sense of happiness and joy and security and entertainment. Because there's so much more out there. Like, there's so many things out there in life that can bring you and satisfy the needs that weed brings you. And you don't have to cut weed out your life, but, just to consider that there's so much more out there. And that although I do get that for whatever reason right now, smoking weed is really the thing for you, what I discovered is that what some of the joys in life have to do with being happy and finding joy and connection and love and laughter, not being stoned. And having it happen through relationship, and having it happen through reading a book that enlightens you, or, building a business, or sharing yourself through video and through word on your blog, on a blog. So yeah, that's what life looks like for me before and after smoking weed every day. And I hope that you make the changes that you want to make in your life, and that you are satisfied and fulfilled with the way that your life looks every day, and that you ultimately transform the way that you use weed such that it aligns with the version of your life and the version of you that is the most happy and the most satisfied and the most fulfilled. All right, guys, that's it for today. I'll see you tomorrow. And until then, peace.